Welcome to part 9 of our Galaga tutorial. We just created the bullets and got the player shooting. So next up we're going to get it's that the player can take damage and then the enemies can then crash into and shoot back at the player. So let's go, we're in our player scene here. Let's go find our player script. We're going to set this up the same way we did for the enemy. So I'm going to go export var max HP, which is a float. Let's start off the player with 10 hit points, and then current HP equals, or current HP is a float. Similarly, in our ready scene here, we're going to set current HP equals max HP, just like that, nice and easy. And that's all we need for there. The maximum hit points and the current hit points should work fine. We're going to add now the take damage and the die functions from our enemy. So I'm actually going to go over to our enemy here. And I'm going to copy everything here. So both the take damage and the die functions here. I'm going to select those, copy them, go to the player scene here, and paste them in the bottom. So I've got take damage and I've got die. We can actually change where it says enemy to player. There we go. Nice and easy. But if you notice, it is actually the same here. We're just subtracting the damage from our current hit points. We're clamping the health so we can't go negative. And then if we're below 0, we just die. And that's all we've got. And then when the player dies, we've just delete the player. Should be pretty straightforward. There is a couple of printing, like a testing things in here that we could use. So I'm actually going to uncomment those because I think this will be useful while we're testing. And we're going to see what we've got here. That's it. All we need to do now is just make sure, this is actually working right now. Nothing damages the player yet, but the player now has the capability to be damaged. It's a nice short and sweet one. Next, we're going to add the collision damage where the players can, or the enemies can collide into the players.